Mother Nature has unleashed its fury on these beachfront homes.
3 people are confirmed drowned.
Extensive search is underway this afternoon for a man who was swept off rock.
Back in 2016, the beachfront homes in Collaroy were devastated by erosion. But for many homeowners, their insurance didn't cover the cost of the damage. As an Australian homeowner, you probably assume your insurance policy will cover you just about any disaster that strikes your property. But the harsh reality is that insurers routinely deny claims for some of the biggest risks you face. From beachfront property erosion that can wipe out an entire neighbourhood, like we saw back in Collaroy, to asbestos lurking in millions of Aussie homes that require costly professional removal, insurers have tricky loopholes to avoid paying out. Even basic things like pest infestations, wear and tear, or pipe leaks often get claims rejected by insurers looking to minimise payouts on risks deemed too costly or inevitable over the property's lifetime. So, in this video, I'll share the 6 costly property risks that standard insurance policies simply won't cover you here in Australia, no matter how comprehensive you think your plan is. I also want to share how you can protect your investment from these gaps that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars or more. So, stick around to the end. One of the biggest property risks insurers refuse to cover is asbestos. Despite being used as an industrial material for millions of Australian homes built before the 1980s, insurers have stopped providing any liability coverage related to asbestos exposure or removal costs. So, what is their reasoning? Asbestos is now deemed an inevitable hazard that will ultimately lead to health issues, like cancer. So, if asbestos is found in your home during renovations or repairs, you could be on the hook for extremely expensive professional remediation that can cost up to $30,000 or more. Even if you have an older home inspection done, insurers can deny claims by arguing you should have known about the asbestos risk. It's a massive loophole that leaves homeowners dangerously exposed. That's just a start though. Even if your home was built asbestos-free, insurers have another major loophole they can use to deny claims that could put your entire investment at risk. Insurers also have a giant blind spot when it comes to erosion and earth movement. Standard home and landlord policies universally exclude any loss or damage caused by erosion, subsidence, landslides, or other earth movement events. This is a major issue for properties located along Australia's coastline beaches and waterfront areas. As sea levels continue to rise, the risk of erosion and land loss will only increase. Yet insurers won't pay out a cent if your home is damaged or destroyed by these events. We saw the devastating impact firsthand in 2016 when severe storms caused a massive erosion along the beaches of Collaroy in Sydney. Homes were left drifting towards the ocean as tons of land was washed away. But for many homeowners, their insurance provided zero coverage for the damage. Of course, those are the 2 of the bigger tickets exclusions. But insurers also routinely reject claims for more mundane yet costly issues that many homeowners mistakenly think are covered. Which brings me to the 3rd thing insurers won't cover. Did you know that pest infestations like termites, rodents, or even bedbugs are pretty much never covered by insurance? These pests can cause thousands upon thousands of dollars in damage by chewing through your walls, furniture, you name it. But insurers consider infestations a maintenance issue that's the homeowner's responsibility to prevent and remedy. The same goes for general wear and tear to your property over time. The 4th thing that they won't cover. That roof that sprung a leak after 20 years, the water stain on the ceiling from those old pipes, any of that gradual deterioration is deemed your obligation to repair and maintain, not something that the insurer's willing to pay. Speaking of maintenance, there's another area where insurers draw a hard line that could seriously burn homeowners who don't pay close attention. Most standard home insurance policies exclude any damage that is caused by a lack of proper maintenance by homeowners. So if you fail to repair or replace old, leaky pipes and they end up causing water damage and mold, tough luck, that's on you. The same goes for any damage from a roof leak that could have been prevented by replacing the worn tile. Insurers take the stance that it's the homeowner's responsibility to properly maintain and repair their property over time. If you let things go and it leads to an otherwise avoidable issue, they won't cover the cost to fix it after the fact. The onus is entirely on you as the owner. Those are just a few of the big property blind spots that insurers try to exclude from a standard home insurance policy. But I've saved arguably the most surprising exclusion for last, the sixth thing on my list. Even if you have the premium, comprehensive coverage, insurers routinely deny any claims related to mold, fungi, or moisture-related issues in the home. So if a leak caused toxic black mold to spread, you'll likely have to pay out of pocket for the extremely costly remediation and repairs. The same goes for any sort of fungus growth or moisture damage from condensation or humidity buildup. Insurers see these as preventable maintenance issues that homeowners should be able to handle themselves. So, as you can see, there are some massive property risks and costs that even comprehensive insurance fails to cover. Thankfully, many of these insurance blind spots have relatively simple remedies that homeowners can take. Be proactive about regular maintenance and inspections. Have your roof and pipes professionally inspected every few years to catch any potential issues before they become costly problems. You should also schedule pest inspections regularly to identify any termites or rodent activities that could lead to damage insurers won't cover. And make sure to keep an eye out for any moisture buildup that could enable mold growth. By taking these preventative measures and staying on top of your home's condition, you can avoid many of the risks the insurers use as loopholes to deny claims. Trust me, a little proactive maintenance goes a long way. So there you have it, the 6 biggest costly blind spots that even comprehensive home insurance policies won't cover. From asbestos and erosion to mold issues, pest infestation, and more, insurers have found all kinds of loopholes to deny claims and leave homeowners footing the bill. But as a homeowner, you don't have to simply resign yourself to being on the hook for all these potential expenses. Taking proactive steps like getting inspections and maintaining your property can protect you from these insurance gaps. Of course, navigating all the fine prints and available options can be overwhelming. That's where our Duo Insurance team can help. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.